Alright guys, sorry for the shitty intro here, but I got one of my packages today, so thought I'd kind of crack it open and do a few things here. I'm going to get rid of this giant box, but first just kind of wanted to show you guys. So yeah, we got a Tri-Sentinel in here, master mold, a few promo pieces, one I'm really happy to show off, and then a brick of Xmen Rise and Fall. This is a bundle on the WizKids website. You get the brick of Rise and Fall, Tri-Sentinel, the new master mold, 2 promo pieces. This one's like a limited time one. This is actually what ended up making me wanting to buy this. You don't need to buy like a ton of stuff. I think it was like orders of $20 or more, you get a dinosaur hatchling. It was like for Easter. We'll go over the dial and its abilities here in a sec. But yeah, so yep. I'm just gonna kind of, open up all this junk and do all that. I just wanted to do the whole revealing thing on the table, just like, hey, look, what's in this giant mystery box, guys? But, yeah, no, it probably would have been better if I just had it at the ready, but, you know how we do. Yeah, I mean, we'll probably just go over everything, but yeah, and then it's like probably a few other little things. So a couple other things I ordered, right? I ordered these Oogie Boogie dice. I think these things are really cool. I like them. I always use these when I'm playing games. Anything that lets me roll a d6, I just think they look really neat. They're a little bit more unique than other d6s. These seem to be rolling pretty good. And then these ones, you can kind of tell there's a little bit of a difference. Yeah, see, these are lighter red. These are more of a darker red on the camera. Not too big of a difference. These ones were actually from a Oogie Boogie Nightmare Before Christmas Yahtzee set, and these kind of came in these tins. They were having a sale on Amazon, so I ended up buying 2 sets of these just to kind of have some more of these dice, because I really like the look of these Oogie Boogie dice. Yeah, no, that's just me and my preferences. I know no one fucking gives a shit and they just want me to open up this stuff. Couple other things. All these different sleeves, right? This is just kind of for people who want to keep their stuff nice. If you have older cards, older item cards, for instance lantern rings, which these actually aren't old, but they work with older cards as well, like the Infinity Gems from the Infinity Gauntlet resource dial from years and years ago. Shit, I want to say that was back when I was still in school when that thing was kicking off. These will fit those. I think these are a little bit smaller than Yu-Gi-Oh sized sleeves. They fit the what are those? The mystery cards. You could use them with your detective or mystery ink themes or whatever the fuck. They fit those. You're gonna want to be really careful sliding those in. These are just for any regular cards. This is an empty pack of garbage. These are for tarot cards. I don't have too many. I'm hoping to change that pretty soon. I have a couple. I'm looking at a couple of things here and there. And then these don't fit anything. Actually, the ones that I needed were these. Dixit, Mysterium. Yeah, Legends of Ondor, London, Enos, Escape Tales, The Awakening. These will, they're a little bit too big, but they will fit your Kong, the Wreckage token cards. So it's like, I don't know, maybe they'll do that in the future where they'll make like more colossals that have item cards like that, you know, if you would like to sleeve them, like, you know, this is the thing to do it in. These did not fit. They were a little bit too small. I think probably 74 by 112 would have been good. But yeah, I couldn't find those. These were the only ones that were just a little bit bigger. These were the next step up from these, at least from what my local game store had. So that's what I went with. It's for anyone who was looking for some information about, you know, stuff, because I like to keep my stuff nice. So that means cards, all cards go in sleeves, etc., etc. As you can see, I already opened this. I don't know what people would really want. Maybe we'll just save everything, like all the little promo pieces for last, and the colossals and stuff. I'll crack all that stuff open, because I think a lot of people probably just want me to dig into the brick. As for mystery cards, I actually don't, or not mystery cards, but legacy cards, I don't really, I looked up a little bit. There's like an Apocalypse. That's probably the one that I would want out of this, just because it's cool. So yeah, I don't really know anything else that was in here. There's actually a good amount of cool stuff in here. I was looking through some of the stuff you could pull. Obviously, the Ultra Chase Deadpool would be, you know, top tier. But honestly, there's chases, and I don't know about primes that I would necessarily want from this. I think there might have been a couple things. Weapon Hex for me was a standout. I think Weapon Hex is you know, is a really cool piece. I wouldn't mind adding that to my collection. But honestly, the things that really drew me to this bundle were the colossals. I love colossals. Have a big thing for colossals. So, you know, always happy to add some to the collection that I didn't already have. So yeah, you know, let's I guess let's just dig in. Itadeki Masu, you know what I'm saying? These, okay, alright, there it is. I was like, these don't appear to have tape on them? I guess they do. Yeah, I guess these were like, you know, older boosters maybe, so it's just the way that they did them back in the day. Yeah, I never really bought any of this set because I wasn't really playing at the time, so, you know what I mean? Hey, let's see what we get. Oh shit. Well, we're starting off big. Jesus Christ. Oh man, we even got a Sentinel in there? Okay, wait, is that a Chase, or is he an, no, he's just a super rare. Okay, cool, yeah, I was looking at this. I did want the Apocalypse. I like Apocalypse. He's a cool guy. Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy, you know? So let's see, what do we have here? We have Apocalypse, Skinless, Callisto, a Sentinel, which I'm really happy about, and then a Hellfire Club Guard. You know what? I just remembered another piece I really wanted from this. The Super Rare Blackheart. Super Rare Blackheart is really, really cool. So he's another one I wanted. Alright, cool. So we'll go ahead, pop out the Apocalypse. Go ahead and see what this bad boy looks like on top click. 11 running shot, 12 pin psych blast, 18 impervious, 4 with a special power, and a really nice mustache. Power Cosmic, Xmen team abilities, 125 points and 75 points. So, all right, you know, he's not going to eat up your whole team. He's not that much of a big boy. All right, so let me see here. Rally, opposing attack rolls of 5. Free, remove Apocalypse's rally die to choose a friendly character that shares a keyword. The chosen character can use Blades, Claws, Fangs this turn, which is pretty nice with, I mean, just going into the stuff they did later on. It's pretty neat. You know, they did a lot of stuff like the grand prize piece, the Apocalypse 209. That one, anyone with the Xmen keyword If they are hit by an attack, you can roll. Oh, and they can use Blades, Claws, Fangs, which goes along with a lot of the equipment in that set. You know, all the swords get Blades, Claws. You can roll d6, and if it's higher than their, I can't remember if it was the damage that they were going to deal or if it was their print. I think it was their printed damage. You actually end up avoiding the attack, which is kind of nuts if you think about that, because, I mean, like, what we would consider extremely good damage, like someone with printed 5, you basically get an extra roll of super senses. You know, like that's pretty nuts. And then we have another trait here, the Strong Survive. Adjacent friendly characters or characters of the X-Men or Horseman keyword can use Steal Energy. So let me see here. Or characters of the X-Men or Horseman keyword. So Apocalypse does have both, so he just has traded Steal Energy. Everyone on your team traded Steal Energy. You got that 209 Apocalypse that you could actually use at a very low point value, which is nice. You know, he'd get traded Steal Energy. Special defense is Invulnerability and Mastermind. Okay, so not invincible. Kind of unfortunate. And then we got Leadership Outwit for his special damage. Leadership is so crucial now. Outwit is great. Take a peek at his dial here. That Power Cosmic, you know, Willpower, super nice. Give you some protection from Outwit. Very, very cool. We're starting out very strong. I like that. Awesome. Okay. Go ahead. I'll just put this stack of cards down here. All right. Very cool. Starting out really strong. We didn't pull our chase or anything yet, or you know, or if we get a prime or whatnot. But we pulled a super rare, which is really nice. Oh, well, there's another super rare. So yeah, God, what we got here? We have Magneto. I don't want to break it, so I'm gonna slowly kind of try to turn so I could see the Deathbird. What is that? Darwin. Another Skinless Man, and then a Shi'ar Soldier. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pop out that Deathbird. Then we'll grab their card. Yeah, it was just easier for me to pop it out through the top. Okay, dope. Could always use more waifu pieces. Really weird how all the super rares are just chilling up here. So what do we got here? We got 75 points and 50 points. 11 running shot, 11 with a special attack ability, 18 toughness. Not super happy when I see toughness, but I mean, it's better than nothing. And then leadership with 3 damage. Leadership, again, you know, always good. Not looking so good for our Blackheart, though, because that's only 2 of our super rares. So, yeah, not looking super good, but, alright, let me see here. Mastermind, or Empress of the Shi'ar. Mastermind, but may choose a friendly character with the Shi'ar keyword within 4 squares. Must still be less points or share a keyword. Friendly characters with the Shi'ar keyword consider Shi'ar flag light objects within 4 squares of themselves as adjacent. Talons and javelins. Free. Choose 1 effect for Deathbird to use until your next turn. Blades, Claws, Fangs, Giant Reach of 3. Energy Explosion, and then Poison. Okay, choose 1. Okay. See if there's anything else. Oh, nope. Alright, that's it. Alright. Cool. Alright. Pretty nice sculpt. Alright. Very cool. Yeah, but then, like I said, yeah, there's also the, there's that Ultra Chase Deadpool. I mean, doubt we're gonna pull it. That's, you know, that's nuts. Like, Ultra Chases, you know, but, you know. Let's see here. We got a Wolverine. Speaking of Wolverine, they dropped that Wolverine and Deadpool trailer. Looking really good. We got a Smasher. Got a Professor X. Got a unique ring back there. Then we got a Cyclops, and then we got a Shadow King. Alrighty. We just broke our streak of pulling the supers. Alright, let's see what do we got here. Man, I can't really read that. What is that? Long Shot, Liliandra, Niramani. She's the rare. Jeez, Brood. This guy's looking freaky. Then we got a Blob in a nice Hawaiian shirt. Then we got Warpath. Alrighty. I wonder if our cool stuff is going to be at the very end of the brick over there to the right. Be interesting. Okay, we got another Wolverine. Ooh, another Sentinel. Always happy to add some more Sentinels because, you know, just everything we have, everything we got, you know. Then we got a Blink. I believe Blink is the rare. She's just chilling there in the middle of the pack. Corsair and a Sabretooth. And the sculpt on the Sentinel is actually quite nice. They're giant size as well, so I mean, you know, that's going to give us some giant willpower, which is like super cracked, in my opinion at least. So, yeah, I mean, shoot, if we could pull like a bunch more of these Sentinels, that would be pretty dope. What do we got here? We got a Gladiator. He's our rare. Oh, is that our Chase? Emma Frost? Or is that a... No, she's a super rare. Okay. So there's our third super rare. We got an X-23, a Marvel Girl, and another Darwin. We'll go ahead and pop Miss Frost out of there. Man, she's that's looking like the it's looking like the Professor X's helmet from forgot what set that was, but he has the super duper outwit where if he outwits it, like you can never use it again. Oh god, what is that blue foot ability? Is that mind control? I think that's mind control. 12 pin Psych Blast, 18 super senses with a 4 damage probability control, 8 range with 3 targets. We got a little piece of asbestos hanging off of her there. So no Blackheart, unfortunately, but you know, it's whatever. Rally, opposing attack rolls of 5. When Emma Frost uses mind control, you may replace a die in the attack roll with her rally die. So that's going to really help out for actually hitting those mind controls. Another trait, a little help from Cerebra. If my camera will focus. Free, choose an improved targeting to use until your next turn. Improved targeting, elevated, hindering, what is that? Indoor and outdoor blocking, or is that walls? I mean, regardless of blocking terrain, but I guess you have to pick one. Improved targeting fire through and improved targeting characters. You may choose an additional improved targeting for each action token on Emma Frost. She has a stop click, stop impervious, and yeah, that was mind control. Okay, no more special stuff. Flip her over. She's got the Xmen team ability. Only got one stop click down there at the very end of her dial, but not terrible. That charge is a little bit weird in my opinion, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? Alrighty. I think that rules out a super rare prime then, because we just got all 3 of our super rares. Oh, what do we got there? That's another brood, right? Yeah, it's another brood. There's our rare. Who is that? Hepzibah, Polaris, Colossus, and a Shi'ar soldier. Oh god. Alright, new stack for these. Everything's falling over. This one's kind of heavy. Oh, what do we got in here? Havoc. Jeez, card, bro. Oh my goodness. A multiple man. Silver Samurai. Another Colossus. And a Carmella. What the fuck is that? Unicio. What the fuck? Okay, fuck off. I'm not pronouncing that. What the fuck? What are you fucking doing to me here, man? I can't pronounce that. The fuck? Cool sculpt, but like, Jesus Christ. What do we have here? Exodus, Mystique, Dr. Moira Magdagart, Raza, then another Warpath. Okay, alright, well, we're down to our last pack, so this one should have all the goodies. So let's see what we get. That's another multiple man. Oh, well that spoiled it. Multiple man, Impulse, Brood, and then there's our Prime, Dark Beast, and then a Blob. Okay. We got 11 charge, 11 blades claws, 18 super senses, and 3 damage. Let's see here. Jesus Christ, take this one to the breeding pits. I don't like that. Turing Force Construction, you may add a character on a starting line of 50 points or less to your sideline and it becomes an experiment. Dark Beast starts the game with a research token. When Dark Beast hits, give him a research token. Another trait, you show potential. Free, choose an adjacent character for each Dark Beast's research tokens. Choose a standard power displayed on the experiment starting click. Until your next turn, the chosen character can use the chosen power or powers. Okay, so that's pretty nice. Got a lot of options with that. 70 points is a bit expensive. That's kind of getting into like another attacker kind of range. Meh, but alright. Yeah, and I wasn't really expecting like too much here. But okay. Okay, get rid of all this junk. I guess from there, might as well, because I'm sure some people were probably interested in this. I'm actually going through this video pretty quick. So here's the dinosaur hatchling. Very neat, very tiny. I really like it though. Look how cute. Look how cute he is. Look at that. Look at that face. They actually did a really good job on the paint job for this thing, considering like how tiny this guy actually is. And then I already so I know how they stuff these things in the boxes, so I always try to like open up the box quickly so that I could take the card out. And it wasn't creased, but it was like folded. Like it didn't crease though, so that's good. So here we go. We got a dinosaur hatchling, animal brute passed. At the beginning of your turn, and whenever dinosaur hatchling KOs an opposing character, give them a growth token. When dinosaur hatchling would be KO'd, you may instead replace them with a character with the animal keyword. Turn that character to their first KO click, then heal them 1 click for each growth token on dinosaur hatchling. Okay. So what I'm wondering is, right, it doesn't... Does the piece have... Well, because I don't think it could be on your sideline, right? Because if you put it on your sideline, there's a chance that you wouldn't be able to get anything. When it says, when dinosaur hatchling would be KO'd, you may instead replace them with a character... Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's anything with the animal keyword. And then you heal them off of that last KO. Okay, so yeah, never mind. Okay, maybe... Because it doesn't say generate a character. It says replace a dinosaur hatchling. 45 points. Animal brute passed. 6 with sidestep, no range. 10 with blades claws, or at least on the top click. And then what is that? Yeah, it's combat reflexes. 2 damage, and then it's also tiny. And then you got that 2 cute shape change, but succeeds on a 4 through a 6. When dinosaur hatchling uses it and succeeds this turn, it can't be targeted by opposing characters. So if you roll that shape change once and you hit it, then you're protected for the whole turn, which is pretty nice, actually. I almost wish I added like a dinosaur keyword or something. I think that would have been pretty neat. But yeah. And then, yeah, so at least for me, no matter what it is, chases and primes, what I like to do is, again, maybe this is just like my turbo autism, I have no idea. But I, like, no matter what, even if it's just like a super shitty, like, even if it's like an OMAC prime that's like, you can get it for like a fucking quarter, you know, you can get it for like a piece of bubble gum. I still like to put stuff... Man, this one is... I like to, oh god. I like to put things, like, or at least, like I said, I like to put my chases and primes in a top loader. And obviously I even put commons in sleeves, because, again, I just like to keep my stuff nice. But, yeah, so... That, and then also promos, because, I mean, you really never know with promos. Sometimes they're expensive, sometimes they aren't. You know, what can you do? You know. Well, oh well. Kind of sad. I pulled an Apocalypse, though, so that's pretty cool. We'll have to look up that Dark Beast, see if he, you know, if there's any cool stuff with that Dark Beast or not. And then I think we'll save Master Mold for last. I'm sure everyone... Oh, wait, that's right. I forgot. You have Legacy cards. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't really even looking for anything too much out of the set. I'm just kind of like, hey, it's a cool bundle, so whatever. That is a Magneto. Let's see here. Safe from Charles's reach. Safeguard, Mind Control, and Penetrating Psychic Blast. Magnetic Field, got that Energy Shield Deflection, Sidestep, Regen, but only if Magneto occupies a square with a debris marker. Modify Magneto's combat values by +1 if he is within 4 squares of a debris marker. We got Telekinesis. At the beginning of your turn, Magneto may destroy a square blocking terrain within range. Special Defense. Did I call it? I meant special attack power. Special defense power, magnetic shield, invulnerability, willpower. Opposing characters within range, half their range value, which is quite nice. This is what he looks like. Oh my god, 175 points, dude. Hoo-wee. Yeah, that is... eek. I don't know about that, dog. I don't know about that one, big dog. That's... Because like, that's a lot of points, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of... That's a whole lot of points, big dog. I already looked at like the stats and abilities on like Tri-Sentinel and stuff. I really want an old Master Mold from Galactic Guardians. I was actually that was when I got back into Heroclix. Mind you, this is again when I was a teen. And a lot of my friends got back into Heroclix, and they're like, "Hey, you know, like we're starting to play Heroclix. You want to play Heroclix?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'm down, whatever." You know, typically I'd play card games. Like I played the Naruto card game. I get a little bit of Magic here and there. Not like too much Magic. Played a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh wow, that actually came out very easily. Pretty happy about that. Another thing, I learned this about these boxes. So like, oh, it's like hard to see. I'll lift this up a little bit. So these boxes, like if you just kind of dig into them and you just rip it up and open, it kind of like creases the cardboard a bit. And I learned that, you know, you can get a little thing under here, right, and you could jimmy it, and you can just pop it out, and then you just pop the top off. So that's kind of what I've been doing with a lot of my boxes, which is kind of a pain in the ass when like I stuff it in my backpack or whatever, you know, because then sometimes it like shuts the package again, and I'm you know, back at square one. Man, look at this guy. Look at this guy and all his little bits and bobs. I'm assuming these things that don't detach. I'm not even gonna try. Like, no, thank you. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that. But you know, happy to add more Sentinels to the party. And if you guys have watched some of my other videos, you probably saw the collection I bought off of my buddy. I was kind of going through it again, just like going through digging through what I had with it, and I saw like a bunch of these little Sentinel cards, and I'm like, what the fuck? There's like a bunch of these cards sitting here, and I didn't notice that there was like all those Sentinels were just sitting inside there, like they were inside the box with all the Colossals. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, damn, that's nuts. There they are. There they is. Ugh, got a piece of tape on me. Okay, so boom, here is his card. Look at that. 550 points, 300 points, 100 points, 30 points. You got a lot of point values to play this bad boy at. Got a lot of options here. Pretty neat, pretty cool. I believe that last click is a stop click. Obviously, he is the Colossal status. 9 range, 3 targets. Pretty cool, pretty cool. 8 movement through the whole I was just kind of looking because sometimes you could cheese it with older pieces, because some of the older pieces were designed for the older maps, and you'll see that. So I feel like that's gonna kind of be like some of the disparity moving forward is the older pieces with like a lot of movement might kind of retain their value and usefulness just because newer maps are, you know, a bit different. Ooh, that is snappy. Oh my goodness. Oh man. That is fresh. That is a fresh Heroclix dial right there, dude. That's probably one of the best snaps I've like ever felt on a dial. It's not too hard to click, and it's not too easy. It's like just right on that click, and then that is a super snappy, nice, like if you're feeling it, you're doing it yourself. Like that is a nice, snappy click. Like you feel it click into place. That's nice. That's quite nice. Yeah, very cool. Very cool Sentinel. Very cool Sentinel. I want to add some of the other Colossal Sentinels to my collection as well. And then also, like I said, I want to get the very old Master Mold. Yeah, because like I said, I was playing back then. Actually, yeah, I got a couple things over here in the background. You got my the old convention exclusive Galactus. And then this was actually the Galactus I got in the collection. I already had that Galactus, but I mean, I'm not going to complain about another one because those things are still sitting at like, I mean, like $100 in that area. Maybe you can get them for cheaper, like on eBay or whatever. But I mean, I see them on like Troll and Toad or wherever sold out at like $100. Or maybe they have one listed out. I don't know. Whatever. It's been a minute since I checked because, I mean, I don't really... It's not like I'm going to trade it or anything, so... But, yes, yeah, so that's actually... I have 2 of those bad boys. And then the piece de resistance of vehicles. That dope... The Bug, which I have not been able to use yet, unfortunately. So we got trait, Mystical Wardings. So apparently this is just active... forever. It doesn't say like a point value, like only active if you play at the 550 point value or whatever. So energy shield deflection. Tri-Sentinel has protected mind control. When Tri-Sentinel is dealt penetrating damage by an opposing character after resolutions, heal at 1 click. Special movement, the Prime Directive. Plasticity sidestep. When Tri-Sentinel destroys 1 or more pieces of blocking terrain after resolutions, deal 1 penetrating damage to each opposing character that was adjacent to 1 or more destroyed pieces. Colossal Indifference. Stop. Toughness. Not a big fan of toughness. Not a big fan of saying toughness. If Tri-Sentinel began the game on the 30-point starting line, it can't attack smaller characters except via Colossal Retaliation. Then we get over to the cool Colossal Retaliation. Some of the reason why these like Colossal pieces are played. Certain ones at least. Let me see. Colossal Retaliation. When nothing less than genocide will do. Very based, Tri-Sentinel. Very based. Free. If no other Colossal Retaliation power has been activated this turn, choose an opposing character that attacked a Tri-Sentinel or damaged a friendly character since your last turn. Place Tri-Sentinel such that it can target the chosen character using Pulse Wave at no cost, then do so. After resolutions, destroy all blocking terrain within 30 squares. Quite nice, in my opinion. Pulse Wave is nuts. Like, let's just be honest. Pulse Wave, really, really potent, really, really powerful. Just all in all, very good to have. There's quite a bit of invulnerability on this guy. Makes him a bit less annoying, because, God, dude, like, I remember when it's, like, penetrating damage was like a necessity to be like a good piece. Like you needed to do penetrating damage. Maybe not necessarily be a good piece, but like it really helped out if you were an attacker and you had penetrating. But now it's like with these pink abilities, like man, I keep running into it on like certain pieces, like when we're playing sealed events. It's like, damn it, that guy fucking has he has invincible, and it's like sure, you could, if you pull an outwit piece, sure, you could outwit it, and that also makes outwit such a good ability. It's always been a good ability, but then a lot of the time these big boys with like damage reducers are going to be like power cosmic or cosmic energy, and it's like, fuck, like I can't outwit you. I don't have the Batman utility belt. I can't outwit you. And then he has improved movement, destroy blocking terrain. So he can just walk right through everything like the Chad he is. Very cool, very cool. So there's our Sentinel, our Tri-Sentinel. Anyone else go on eBay and like see this guy? He's trying to sell something, like he's calling it the Stealth Sentinel, and like he wants like 45 grand for it, and I guess it's like a one of one like thing. Like I guess they only made the one of them, and it's like just it's like one of the really old Sentinels with like the blue ring around it. I think it's like one of the first Sentinels like ever made, like that sculpt of Sentinel at least. And like yeah, I guess it was just made with like translucent plastic. I don't know what the story is behind that. I guess he's saying that like that was like a test mold for it or something. Like they just molded it to see how it was going to come out, and you know. Oh yeah, also I got this was in the Colossal box as well, the Sentinel Captain America. I was just cleaning it because I don't, like, let me know in the comments like if anyone has this. Like the boots kind of felt sticky, like, so I was trying to scrub it with Windex and the red was actually coming off on the paper towel. Like, the boots look fine still, but and I ended up soaking it in some soapy warm water overnight, and now it kind of feels a little bit better, but I don't know. But yeah, so I had to pop the dial off for that. Man, and then funny story. I don't know how good this guy is. This Onslaught feels like he kind of felt the same way. I don't know, maybe now it is a little bit better. But when I was trying, like, this thing is so old. When I was trying to take the bottom off, this entire thing just snapped off. Like, he just popped. And it was so easy to just pull him right off. So I ended up having to do some Heroclix surgery on him. We got some super glue in there. It's been drying for hours, so I think we're Gucci. And if you know your old Heroclix, this is the one that you could play at 400 and 200 points. You can kind of tell from the translucent looking plastic that they used for this guy. And then the more opaque one is the 600 point only. Actually, I now have two of those because the collection I bought came with both of these Onslaughts, which, I mean, they're not... I mean, they're like... I think I got mine for like $10 because I bought it off eBay. I'm like, I really want this old Onslaught. Like, I have good memories of that Onslaught. It was back during the Infinity Gauntlet tournament. We decided to play a 1,000 point tournament for the Colossal Grand Prize Thanos. And my last opponent, my buddy Omar, he was playing the full 600 point Onslaught and with a gauntlet, and like that's all he played though, because I was like, maybe I'm misremembering, but like I'm pretty sure it's like, yeah, that's all he played. He didn't have any other pieces, any other help or assists or anything. And he actually put up a decent fight too, like but I had a 1,000 point kill box team because I really wanted that Thanos, and I actually ended up trading for that Cosmic Cube Thanos that I still have to this day. I traded for that Thanos that morning. So yeah, and actually the funny story is the person I got that Thanos from was my first round opponent. And he used the Colossal Dormammu and the Colossal Uatu, and oh man, I felt bad. Like, I felt really fucking bad. He was really happy to be using him in this 1,000 point game, and I saw the light go out in that man's eyes when I'm just like, all right, so I'm gonna TK Thanos out. And I'm going to use his ability to teleport. You only have 2 figures, and I teleport 2 characters, so it's your highest point characters. So I grab both your dudes, bring them over here, and I just lit them up. I want to say I probably did like 20 clicks of damage in the first turn. It was this old penetrating Psych Blast Claw, and then... if you played back then, you probably remember these little cocksuckers. Fucking Hydra Agent, fucking fucking reduce your defense because we see your bitch ass. We don't even need to. We don't even. You don't even need to be within our 5 range, bro. We see your ass. Or actually, maybe you do need to be. I don't know. Regardless, like they were within range, you know. So it's like I see your ass, but yeah, you know, we got barrier over here. It's a 1,000-point game, so we have 10 fucking actions. This was back with old theme team as well. So I had a theme team. I had a scientist theme team, and God, I mean, perplex, enhance, barrier, gross, ew, yucky, stinky. Yeah, I had a bunch of these little guys, you know, and we were just kind of crammed in the throne room. You know, we were crammed in the Thanos throne room, and I boxed up, perplexed down, you know, enhanced, Hydra, freaking sniping fools. It was utterly disgusting. Like it was so fucking gross. And honestly, I feel like that was probably one of the closest moments for Heroclix to become Yu-Gi-Oh, because Yu-Gi-Oh is basically just about shutting your opponent down to the point where they just can't do anything. And I mean, like, the Scarlet Witch from what's it called is one thing. She's extremely fucking gross too. I can't stand that piece. But like, Killbox is just like, oh yeah, here, no, like, let me take your turn for you and move you over here next to me, and I'm gonna light you up. And then I think it was like the Claw had penetrating Psych Blast. I mean, only 10 attack, but this is back in the day where it's like, I mean, 10 attack wasn't bad. 12 was like your powerhouses, and then sometimes you had like genetic beasts like Thanos. That's supposed to be like a 300-point, you know, temp pole, who's like, his top click would have 13 maybe, and like that's it. You know, like, you really would not see like, even a piece that was considered insanely good, like Sentry Void back in the day, that chase, I think he only starts with 11 penetrating Psychic Blast on his top click when he's, you know, he's a 300-point piece. Yeah, so I mean, the Claws had like 3 printed damage, 10 with a Pin Psych Blast. I even threw a 150-point common Superman from that Superman set that released around that time on there, because he was fucking cracked, you know, like, he was another one of those pieces where it's like, if you just wanted to be a lazy bitch, you could just pop this fucking Superman out, just like, boom. I mean, at least it was common, you know, but I definitely know a lot of people were getting sick and tired of seeing it, at least at my locals. It wasn't like it was an insurmountable task to kill it, but it's just like, oh my fucking god, this guy again, like, holy shit, fuck off, you know? Like, it'd be like if you're playing that 200-point Moon Knight that just came out next phase over and over and over again, and you just, like, didn't have Invincible, didn't have, you know, the things that, like, counter. You're just like, oh my fucking god, this fucking asshole again, just, like, just looking at you disgusts me. You disgust me. But yeah, so, yeah, fond memories of just, like, that Onslaught. So I ended up buying it. Oh yeah, I ended up winning that tournament. Honestly, we had some pretty good games. Like, all in all, we just had some really good games. Another team I faced, one of my other friends, he had like a Black Bolts team. What are they called? Or no, I forgot what their team, like, but he had Black Bolt, like, was Thunderbolts? I can't remember. But it was the Black Bolt with, like, the super pulse wave, where if you hit only one character with the pulse wave, you deal his printed damage value instead of 1 damage. Or wait, isn't that how old pulse wave worked? What was it then? Was it he could hit multiple characters with a full damage pulse wave? I don't know, because I thought, like, that's how pulse wave used to work, was like, if you hit only one character with the pulse wave, they get all that. I don't know. Regardless, that was a really good Black Bolt. He had a pretty dope team. It's just like, unfortunately, I was able to grab his strongest stuff. Killbox is gross. You know, just I would say look it up. Look up some old Killbox teams. It's gross and not fun. I'm probably just like not viable at all anymore nowadays. I mean, the Thanos alone for Killbox was like you had to play him at 350 points, and the point values nowadays are just they're so fucking efficient, dude. Like this little dickhead over here, this little fucking cock muncher, fucking fuckface. Watching, I'm probably gonna roll like shit whenever I use this guy because I'm talking shit. But I mean, you know, like you see, like that's the kind of shit you get for 50 points. You get a special 7 movement hypersonic speed, a special pin psych blast, steal energy, and you could steal energy on range attacks with 11 attack. 17 defense with super senses, 3 range combat expert, so now you're shooting for a 12 for 4 penetrating damage, 6 range, 3 fucking lightning bolts, power cosmic team ability giving you that willpower, gross. And then he has a special carnage trait where he can heal past the starting line, so it's like I just like point values are just so efficient now. Like it really it really like it like how to explain it? It really makes you look at things, and it's like it makes you look at things from a different perspective if you're actually trying to like brew something competitive, because you're just like why the fuck would I use this piece if I have this piece? You know, like it really like for instance like the Indomitable thing, right, where not every piece used to have Indomitability. Not every, like it used to be certain pieces when you gave them their second action token, they would take something called pushing damage because they didn't have willpower and they didn't have Indomitable, which is that slash through the shield. And WizKids ended up changing it, so now everything has Indomitable. You know, Indomitable no longer gives you willpower, which they also changed willpower, because they're saying that, like they were saying, like, well, it basically became the haves and the have-nots. Basically, you needed to have this, and if you didn't have it, you were considered bad, or you were just immediately written off. Like the piece was immediately written off because like it didn't have this really, really powerful ability, right? That literally took nothing. It wasn't like, for instance, willpower being a defensive ability. It didn't take up that slot, so you could still have impervious, any other damage reducer. You can get regen, super senses. You could get a special defense power. You know, sky's the limit. You know, you could get anything because that willpower didn't take up your defensive slot. So you could have any defense powers. So you could bring more stuff to the table. You know, and it's like I feel like that's kind of going the way of like certain things. Like for instance, if you don't have a move and attack, now it feels like if you don't have a move and attack ability and you're supposed to be like you want your team's big attacker, like you know, for instance, oh well, they have phasing teleport, which phasing teleport is great. Like it auto breakaways, gets you through literally everything in the fucking game to place you wherever the hell you want. Phasing teleport's great. But yeah, if you lack that move and attack and you're supposed to be an attacker, that really fucking hurts, because you're basically like, okay, I'm here, I'm in position, but I either need to position myself to the point where my opponent has to come to me, and but I need to still stay far enough away so that they can't get to me to the point where they can attack me, because now I have to basically stop. You know, I have to basically end my turn, you know? So it's like it feels like the move and attack stuff, and then oh Jesus Christ, with like the point value, like the fat is getting trimmed so razor thin on certain pieces, and this is like on everything, you know. I mean, because like I know a lot of people like to bring up like, oh well, pulp, you know, you don't want to play competitively, you could just go into pulp, or if you want to get in competitively and you don't want to spend a ton of money, you can get into pulp. And it's just like, it's cutting. It's just like cutting that razor thin line where it's like, yeah, okay, I could run this guy, I could run that pet piece. That's just like, I really think it's nice, it's cool, it adds some neat stuff to my teams or whatever. But it's man, or I could just run. I could just run like, oh well, I need a movement, I need a piece to get my shit in. Oh well, I mean, or I could just run Blackheart to teleport all my shit. Oh, I need an attacker. Well, yeah, like I'll just run my Deathstroke, or I'll run. God, like what else is there? There's that what's her face? Scarlet something. I don't know. She's like, I think she's an assassin, and then it's like she has Blade's Claws and Flurry, so you get her in there. Oh, and she also has like Charge, I think. So it's like Blade Claws, Flurry, Charge, and like she has special Blade's Claws where if you roll a 1, you can immediately make an attack after. It's just like, what the fuck is that? So it's like you're telling me, okay, like I low roll for 1 damage, or I think it's like, so what, like minimum she could do is 2, because she has printed like 3 damage, and it's like, oh well, I rolled the 1 and now I'm gonna do 2 damage, but since I rolled that 1, cool, now I get to make a 3rd attack. It's just like gross. So it's like, as a close range attacker, like nuts, absolutely nuts. I don't even know what made me go off on this tangent, but yeah, that's where we are. Okay, so we went over the Tri-Sentinel. So now let's go ahead and open our new master mold. Oh yeah, and I never think I never think I went over yeah, so I want that the OG master mold, the 3x6. I don't necessarily want to buy it for like $50 though, but I mean, I guess I shouldn't complain, because like if I wanted the old Galactus, I mean, that boy costed me, or well, didn't cost me, but I mean, like he's like, sitting closer to like the triple digit mark, right? And I'm thinking I should just bite the bullet and just like buy the master mold, because I mean, like I want it. It looks fun, and I could use it with my friends. It's just like, unfortunately, we don't like, I don't know, like everyone's just busy. So like typically I've just been playing with like one friend in particular. Like we'll go, and I was kind of getting him into Heroclix, and he doesn't really do any constructed stuff. Like he's just been enjoying doing sealed. I was probably gonna ask him. It's like, hey man, you want to start bringing your other stuff? He actually, dude, he has turbo cracked luck. Like it's actually ridiculous. Like the first time we ever did a sealed together, we did X of Swords, and he ends up pulling the Chase Apocalypse. It's just like, what the fuck? Another time he pulled a Chase Gwyn, Goddess of Thunder. Just recently we did a Batman team up, and he ended up pulling the Chase Scooby-Doo. Like he has like absolutely just insane-o luck, bro. Like he's pulled a ton of stuff. So like, yeah, it's crazy. Alright, here he is. Here's the boy. Oh yeah, God, I forgot he comes with a bunch of like Pogger Sentinels. Bunch of little Poggy boys. Man, these fuckers are big. Look at that. Big boy. 10 points each. Got 8 movement, sidestep, 10 attack, 18 defense, invuln, 3 damage with close combat expert. I would have liked to see that 10 become an 11. That would have been pretty dope. Maybe a damage trait. Well, You see, this is the kind of thing about pogs where it's like you need to take it. Well, they're pogs, right? So they're going to take 1 damage and they die. But these pogs are also 10 points, so they give your opponent some points. And then I don't know. Since they die with 1 damage, that's all you need to do to take them out. You know. So I don't know. Oh shoot! Well, then we got this. These are 15 points. And these are the range versions, it looks like. So 8 running shot, 10 pin psych blast, 18 invuln with 3 damage. Both of them are colossal. So I guess, yeah, these are supposed to be more the close combat bad boys. And then on the flip side, we've got... Yeah. Kind of wish it came with, like... I wish it came with, like, 2 more of these pogs. Because I feel like that would generally get you more than what you needed, because I feel like 2 is just a little bit restrictive, like, oh well, I'll have a close combat guy, then I'll get a range guy, and then it's like, man, you know, I really want to make 1 more range guy, and then this guy hasn't been KO'd yet or whatever, so it's like, so I really would have liked like 2 more pogs in this, but you know, whatever. Master Mold. He is unique. I did not notice that silver border. I kind of assumed he was unique, and also, I mean, like, are you really gonna run more than 1 on a team? He's kind of. Well, I guess he has that 25-point line too, but you know, I guess you would run more Master Molds on a team, right? Like, I mean, maybe like a couple 75 pointers, you know, like, because you do want to move that dial. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and read this bad boy. Sentinel Creation. Power. Generate any number of characters with Sentinel and robot keywords not named Master Mold whose total points are equal to or less than the point total shown on the factory dial. Then turn the factory dial to click number 1 and Master Mold gains immobile until the end of your next turn. So that's kind of where I'm like, because like I don't like the resetting of the dial, and the old Master Mold doesn't reset the dial, but his things are a little bit more restricted. Like this one just requires the keywords, and Master Mold, the old Master Mold specifically required like Sentinel had to be in their name, and they had to have the robot keyword. So it's like you had to fill like 2, like it wasn't just keyword requirements, it was keyword requirement and a naming requirement. So I mean, you know, they're different in their own respects, but the old Master Mold, you didn't reset the dial, and I believe the only restriction was the point total of all Sentinels outside of that Master Mold, or on your force outside of Master Mold, they couldn't be like the Sentinels you generate couldn't make it exceed like 300 points. So for instance, if you had no Sentinels out, and I mean, mind you, it's like I think the final click on that Master Mold allow you to generate a 300 point piece. So if I'm recalling correctly, the like you could generate a piece, right? So say I don't know, say you had like a 150 point Sentinel. I don't know which one. I don't know, maybe a Tri-Sentinel. What do you got? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we can just do that, right? So Tri-Sentinel. Let's bring you out at 100 points. Yeah, because your other started only surrender. So let's bring out a Tri-Sentinel, because Sentinel's in the name. He has Sentinel keyword. Let's bring out a Tri-Sentinel at 100 points. Okay, so now you have 100 points right out, and then it's like, all right, well, I'm going to use Master Mold's factory ability again, and I'm going to generate another piece. Okay, I have to look at my. Okay, I don't exceed that 300 points. So I believe what you could do is now you could grab a Sentinel that was 300 points, because it just says you check it at time of using the ability, right? You generate a Sentinel if you don't already have over 300 points on your force outside of the Master Mold, which means you can go like it's like the Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dial, the Millennium Tablet. God, I forgot oh my god, I forgot what that was all about. I know it made a lot of people fucking ass mad. That's the only thing I remember, is it made a lot of people ass mad. And I mean, yeah, it was cheesy, but it was also like, I mean, that's the wording. I remember what it is now. It was, you were generating pogs, because what you got to do with the Millennium Tablet, you were able to generate, like, at the end of your turn or whatever, you were able to generate these little pogs that came with the set. And it just checked the point total, right? So it's like, okay, when this ability activates or whatever, you look at the board and see, oh, I only have this many points of tokens generated. It's like, okay, well, now I could generate like the best one, which was like a Vengeful Soul token or whatever, where it was like 10 running shot, like 10 or 11 penetrating psych blast, I think like 3 damage and like 18 maybe with a damage reducer or something like that. So it was like pretty respectable, honestly. And that was supposed to be like a 50 point like pog, but you were able to generate it like super early on, because the way the wording was on the card, it's, you check it when you use your ability. It's like, oh, there's a point value on the Yu-Gi-Oh dial itself, and it's like, if, as long as your point value does not exceed as long as like the points of souls that you have on the board does not exceed what you have on the dial, you may generate one of the tokens. So it's like, okay, well, it doesn't say you had to generate, it doesn't say like the end result had to be less than or equal to the point value. It just said that as long as you fulfill this first requirement, you may generate one of the pogs. And like, so it allowed you to generate this pretty nice piece, or well, not piece, but pretty good pog. When a lot of people said that you shouldn't be able to do that, but it's just like, well, I don't know, that's the ruling, big boy. So yeah, I don't really know how I don't really like the resetting of the dial. That's kind of why I like the original Master Mold. And I like the original Master Mold's design a little bit better. I mean, this one is cool though, because he's like busting through the ground, so I mean, that's neat, but Colossal Retaliation. Awaken the Sentinels. Free. If no other friendly character has been placed this turn, choose an opposing character that attacked or damaged Master Mold since your last turn. Place another friendly character with the Sentinel and Robot keywords such that it can make a close attack targeting the chosen character, then do so. That was another thing, right? I think Tri-Sentinel, they said that his Colossal Retaliation got an errata, but when I read it, I'm like, this is the exact same, like, they're the same. So what is the errata? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't read it close enough. But yeah. And then let me see. Our mission remains unfinished. Special defense, stop, mastermind, regeneration, and then we see that gross toughness again. Better than nothing, I suppose. Special damage ability, stoking mutant hysteria. Sentinels are inevitable. Leadership, outwit. When Master Mold uses leadership and succeeds, instead of the normal effect, you may instead generate a MP20, B001, or B002 Sentinel bystander, or click the factory dial once. And then, oopsies. Let's see here. Oop. So yeah, I think in here, this is where they tell you how to like click the dial. Yeah, so this is all your dial goodness. How to play the factory dial. The factory dial is in use at all of Master Mold's point values. Orcus factory upgrade. If you paid 375 or 200 points for Master Mold at the beginning of your turn, click this dial once. It can't be clicked past click number 18. Field testing. Once per turn, when an opposing character takes damage from an attack, if the attacker had the Sentinel and Robot keywords, click this dial once. Sentinel, Robot keywords. Alright. Improved programming. Friendly characters with the Sentinel and Robot keywords can use the powers displayed on the factory dial. Yes, it adds in a little bit of stuff here. I believe that's an incapacitate, and then it goes into empower, then enhance, energy explosion, got some quake, Then later on in the dial, you got like super senses, probability control, and then like at the end of the dial, you get like pulse wave prob. And then yeah, so if you roll the leadership, you could either choose to click the dial, which you get to click the dial. If you played at 200 or 375, you get to click the dial at the beginning of your turn once. Yeah, but then it's like, you see, unfortunately, going back to 1, that gives you no sentinel generation. Clicking it once gets you to 2, which gives you still 0 points for your sentinel generation. And that's kind of why I don't like the whole, like, oh, well, now you got to reset it back to 1, because it's like, all right, build up, build up, build up, build up. And it's like, you know, like I was saying earlier, where it's like a lot of the, you know, it's like the game, the point values have become so efficient and the powers have become so good, like the power of the pieces, where it's just like, you don't really have time, you know, like, I don't know, maybe I need to look up some more games with this master mold. But it's just like, man, it feels like if you've got like an efficient, trimmed up, ready to go team, like, you're just gonna get creamed, man. Like, especially, I mean, like, because what is that? Let's see. So that's the 25. There's a 75. Here's the 200 point line, which, I mean, you do have clicks. You know, you do got some clicks here. It goes from 7 to 17. So, I mean, what, you got to do 10 clicks of damage to KO it from 200 points. But, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I need to look up some more games with it or something, but it's just like, because like you see, there's no damage reduction in here. You know, it's like if you get alpha striked, it's, you know, it's GG's. But I mean, I guess I don't really need to worry about that, because like, I don't know, none of my friends really play like just, you know, turbo gross nasty stuff. I mean, like the Carnage Silver Surfer I have is like, I was gonna use that on like a Carnage team for fun. I was looking around for a Colossal Carnage, and some guy recently posted his stuff, and I saw he had one, so I messaged him about it. He hasn't hit me back up yet, but I mean, you know, hopefully, you know, some good comes of that, because that'd be really cool. I did buy a couple things from someone, though. Those actually should get here in a couple of days. That one's not going to be as exciting. I only bought a couple pieces from him. That one's probably just going to be, I'll probably take pictures and like upload it to my social medias or whatever. But I do have something special coming in the mail, and I'll tell the story about that once it actually arrives. But I'm really excited about that. It was a little pricey, but you know, I don't know. I mean, I think I've already been talking about it. I kind of got like a promotion at work. You know, so it's like I'm making a little bit more hourly, and then on top of that, I got like an additional like 10 hours each week, so that's adding another like 20 hours onto my end paycheck at, you know, when I get paid. So it's just like, you know, that's cool. So it's giving me a little bit of extra money, and I'm just like, I'm working a lot fucking more. And the shifts are kind of wishy-washy. So like the one that kind of bugs me the most was so like Thursday night I go in to help close, or well, I do close that night, and then they want me back Friday morning. So like usually I'll get out about 11 o'clock at night, and they want me back at 8 in the morning. So it's like, that's me getting out roughly around 11, you know, and I still haven't eaten dinner. So it's like I gotta go home, have like no time for anything, and then just basically gotta shower, go to sleep, because I'd rather shower at night so that I can just wake up, you know, and get dressed and go, versus like, okay, well, I have to wake up like an extra hour early so that I could shower, do all that, dry off, and then get ready. You know, that's just something I prefer to do, because it's just like, I'd rather get a little bit more sleep, and it's like, okay, yep, now I could just go to work. All right, cool. But it's like, yeah, that kind of sucks. And then this week especially, because like one of my friends, he hit me up the other day and was like, hey man, what are you doing Saturday? And I'm like, Nothing. That's like one of my days off, and they like my days off got scattered too. So now it's like I have Wednesday off and Saturday off. He's like, hey man, can you cover my closing shift? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. Because like I ended up getting overtime, a little bit of overtime on my last check. So I'm just like, this is absolutely gonna fucking give me overtime this week because I'm covering 2 people. Like I'm covering 2 extra shifts on top of what I normally do. So it's like I'm absolutely fucking gonna get, unless like some freak of nature nonsense happens to where we're just like absolutely dead and there's nothing to do and everything is like just done. So we basically just get to leave and we like close early or something. Like there's absolutely no fucking way that I'm not going to get overtime again. Which I mean my boss was cool with. He's just like, when it happened last week he was like, hey, whoa, you cover someone's shift or something? And I'm just like, oh yeah, I did. I covered this person, and it ended up becoming a closing shift because I was already here. We were kind of busy, so you know, they just asked if I wanted to stay and help close. I'm like, yeah, I like money. So he's like, yeah, I just saw you got a little bit of overtime. And like he wasn't like saying it negatively, or he's not saying like, hey, make sure not to do that. So I mean, it seems like he was pretty cool with me getting overtime. So I mean, that's good, because it seems like it's going to happen again this week. So you know, more money. So you know, I mean, I'm not complaining. There's like that Deadpool set coming out, and then on top of that, there's a Lego set. It's a Lego Barad-dûr from Lord of the Rings. It's the, like, not Mount Doom, but it's like Sauron's tower. So I mean that's gonna be pretty sick. Gotta sleeve these up. Oh yeah, I guess the last thing are these little promo pieces. These actually got packaged where the card isn't gonna get damaged, so I almost kind of want to like save these because like, I'm probably not gonna use them. Got a guy with got Forge over here with his mullet and porn stash. It's pretty sick. And then we got what was the other one? I think it's Fairy. It was called Fairy or Pixie. Yeah, I was like, cause I remember reading them when I was looking over the stuff. Well, all right, yeah. Oh, I guess one last thing. Yeah, I ended up taking the head and the arm off that Sentinel. So I mean, it's like I do have them, but yeah, I just ended up taking them off when I was giving them a little bath. All right, well, yeah, I think that's it. I mean, you know, over an hour. I actually got through that brick pretty quick. Yeah, Dinosaur Hatchling is really neat. I like it a lot. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. I think they are still doing that Dinosaur Hatchling promotion, so you know that's pretty cool. I do really wish we got like a dinosaur like keyword or something. I also really hope that they do like a Godzilla piece, because I think Kong is really well received. It's actually doing well on teams, like people are actually using it, and it is just it's a very nice, very good piece. Honestly, that's kind of the route that they should take with Colossals, because one of the biggest problems now is, like I said, since point values have become so efficient, it's really hard to just use like a tentpole team, or you know, just like a one-man army. You know, it's really hard to just like, oh yeah, boom, here's my 300 point dude. Because what you're going to do is, you're going to go in, you're going to make your attack, probably miss because the enemy team has like barriered up, perplexed up everything, has like 5 probability controls, and then when it gets to their turn again, they're probably just going to outwit your shit. They're going to outwit your shit, perplex you down, come in and just beat the shit out of you. And the way perplex works now, you know, where it persists as long as the person still controls that power. Yeah, it just kind of fucking sucks. Because it used to be, it was only on, like, if the dial clicked, you lost perplex. You know, so like, say you perplex down my onslaught. Let's see here. Yeah, so we got 17 defense, and this is, by the way, that's like his 400 point value. So, you know, keep in mind that's what we're working with. So 17 defense, and if you like triple perplexed me down to 14 and you hit, and then I clicked, and then it's like, okay, well, now I'm back up to 17 because my dial changed. So, you know, there goes that perplex. But now it doesn't work like that anymore. You had, like, the person has to lose their perplex. And like I said, I mean, you know, multiple pieces, like, even if this onslaught had perplex, probability control, and outwit, you only had one use of each. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, versus someone on the enemy team, you know, like, for instance, like a Spider-Man team, you could have Spiderling, Madam Web, I believe the symbiote Spider-Man has perplex. Oh god, who's, like, I mean, like, who else do we have? I think, oh yeah, you got Mary Jane, because she has another prob. She's on like 15 points or something stupid. I'm trying to think of, like, who else has, like, outwit. I know there's Spider-Man with outwit and all that. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Oh yeah, you have like Spider Pharaoh. She has another prob, and you know, it's like, okay, so what? Now going into my turn, you know, we just have one of our pieces outwit your defense or whatever. Or I mean, another power that might be annoying for us to deal with, right? And then it's like, okay, perplex with Spiderling will perplex you down, potentially giving you an action token with her special perplex. Will perplex you down with Black Symbiote Spider-Man. You know, maybe outwit your defense ability or something, so that, you know, we can just go in on you. And now we're gonna go in. We have, oh, I rolled a crit miss. Oh no, I'm gonna put I think, no, that's in the finalized attack. Okay, so you can't put the one on Mary Jane, but like, oh no, all right, well, I'm gonna use a probability control from Madam Web, because she has two for you know, for Spider-Man family characters. Oh no, I rolled another crit miss. Prob it again. Just shit, I rolled 3 crit misses in a row because you know, God hates me. Well, I'm gonna prob with Mary Jane now. Okay, well, now that's a crit, so cool, we balanced it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like that kind of stuff where it's like, you get one. You know, if you have a one-man army, you get one. And you can have pieces that are just as good or better. Like, maybe in a one-on-one, this like 80-point piece might not be able to beat this 400-point piece. But like, when you take all that into account, where it's like, okay, well, that's 80 points. I still have 320 points to build with, so yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yup. So, you know, it be what it be. It be what it be. But yeah, I don't know. I think we're pretty much good here. All right. I'll probably have something out next week again. That one's not going to be a very long video, because I'm just gonna, I just bought something off of eBay, but I'm really excited for it, so I'm going to show it off. I'm going to, like, you know, so yeah, I think now I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning up some of this junk. God, I need to buy more storage boxes for all this crap. I have like I've finally been organizing a few things. I already been saying this, but yeah, you know, I was going through a few things, organizing some crap, and I ended up filling up that entire like 5,000 count card box with clicks, and I still had more common and uncommon stuff to sort through. And then I need to buy another one for my rares, because I filled up that rare box as well. I do really like it's not like a one long 1,000 count box. It's like it has 2 of those, and it goes up a little bit higher than regular. So I've been really digging that for my rare pieces. Like I said, it perfectly fits those, I don't think they call them peanut bases anymore, but the 1x2 bases. Like, it perfectly fits 2 of those side by side in each section, and then you can just like fill it down the rows. And And that was really helpful for Wheels of Vengeance, which I kind of want a little bit more Wheels of Vengeance. I still want that super rare Prime Lilith because she has ruler keywords, so I could use her on anything I could use on Spider-Man theme teams. Which, actually, if you guys look at some of these keywords here, maybe I'm getting something in the mail that'll allow me to use that, this guy on my Spider-Man team. Maybe we're getting some extra little keyword buddies. I really want to pick up all of those too, by the way. I really want to get all of the additional keyword stuff for Spider-Man, and I really hope in another, I'm assuming we're gonna get another Spider-Man set, probably roughly around when the next Spider-Verse movie comes out, which is gonna be a must-see for me. Deadpool 3 is going to be a must-see for me, July 26th. I might even go to AMC to go see it, just because they might have the special popcorn buckets. And, dude, if we don't get them here in my town, I'm going to AMC, bro, because we don't have an AMC in my town. But I am down to do a road trip to pick up the fucking funny popcorn buckets. That's what me and my buddy did for the Dune popcorn buckets, which is kind of funny because, I was going on eBay and, people are putting them up for $90 was the average that I would see, and I'm like, bro, the AMC closest to me still had a bunch of buckets, so bro, just fucking go to AMC unless you literally it's a 10-hour drive, right, or just something absolutely atrocious, something ridiculous, a multi-hour drive. It's okay, fuck that. You're probably better spent just with gas money and shit. You're probably just better spent just buying it and having them ship it to you, so sure. But it's if it's 30 minutes away, and you really want that popcorn bucket, just go buy the fucking popcorn bucket, man. I don't know. That's just how I look at it. But Deadpool 3 must see. What I'm really hoping, oh god, I don't want to dig out that comic. I'm gonna dig out that comic. Fuck. Oh god. Oh god. Yep. Everything's falling. Yep. I knew that was gonna happen. Fuck. Yeah, these are just I was digging through that box. I was digging through a couple of things, and I found some super rares. I found some pieces. A couple of chases from a Deadpool set. Nothing too crazy though. It was the same chase. Apparently now I have another full Outlaws team base. I didn't even realize that. I know these go to something. I just don't know what they go to. But anyways, what I'm really hoping for in the next Spider-Man set is this. We're probably not gonna get this, but this comic line for Carnage, Carnage in Hell, I still need to pick up the third edition for this, because this is the three-parter. This is a compilation of the Carnage in Hell series. It's over now, but I really hope we get this, as a colossal, as a just standard chase in the set. I know we just got the Carnage Heroes. Oh my god, but bro, if we just get this piece, dude, holy fuck. What a fucking cool look, dude. This looks dope as fuck. I really want to see this in the as a Heroclix piece. So really hoping to get that. Yeah, I've been trying to get into comics more lately, so this is this is the first one. I ended up picking it, I picked up the second issue because that's just what they had in the comic shop. And I'm okay, well, I'll pick up the first one so I could read that too. And then I also wanted to get into Spider-Gwen or Ghost Spider, so I picked up a Ghost Spider comic he had over there as well. I just need to find time to fucking read stuff, man. I just don't have a lot of free time. In the free time I do have, I'm just really tired. So there's also that. Oh god, my card, let that go. But yeah, I don't know. I'll find time to do stuff eventually. Okay, but yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for now. So probably won't update this, or I probably won't upload this immediately because I still need to do my dailies in this app game I play called Goddess of Victory Nikke. Shout outs to Goddess of Victory Nikke. We're getting our 1.5 year anniversary here, I think later this week. It's looking pretty dope. If you guys want to play a app game, this is a free shout out for Goddess of Victory Nikke. Pretty fun, pretty generous. I mean, we're getting like, I think we're getting like 80 pulls or something for free for like in their gacha system. Like we're getting like 80 of them for the 1.5 year anniversary. It's looking pretty cool. So I'm really excited for that later this week. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I need to do some dailies in Fortnite. Also, I've been keeping up with that Fortnite, those skins. And yeah, then I'm gonna play Goddess Victor Nikke, and then I think I'm gonna jump over to some Dragon's Dogma 2. Okay. Alright, shoot, I will probably make another video doing a small unboxing next week when my thing comes in the mail. Alright, well, later.